Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Excellent English Learning channel. Today, we're going to talk about something that is super important for everyone: how to be productive in your daily life. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who wants to make the most of every day, this video will give you practical and simple steps to boost your productivity and feel great about your progress. Let's start by understanding what productivity really means. Productivity means using your time, energy, and resources in a smart and effective way. It's about getting the important things done without wasting time. Being productive doesn't mean doing more things. It means doing the right things that move you closer to your goals. Or productivity is not about working non-stop or being busy all the time. It's about working smart, managing your time well, and focusing on the right things so that you can achieve your goals with less stress. Now let's talk about what does it mean to be productive. Being productive means you plan your day and know what you want to achieve. You focus on one task at a time and complete it. You don't waste time on things that don't matter. You take breaks when needed to stay fresh and focused. You make progress every day, even if it's small. In simple words, being productive means making good use of your time and doing things that help you grow, learn, or reach your goals. Example: let's say you want to learn English. If you spend 1 hour each day practicing listening, speaking, or reading, you are being productive. But if you spend that hour watching random videos or scrolling on your phone with no purpose, you are not being productive. Remember, productivity is not about being busy all the time. It's about doing what really matters and using your time wisely. Now, let's dive into some powerful tips that can help you become more productive in your daily life. 1. Start your day with a clear plan. One of the most important secrets to being productive every day is to start your day with a clear plan. When you wake up in the morning, many people make the mistake of jumping straight into their work or daily tasks without thinking about what they really want to achieve. This can lead to confusion, wasted time, and feeling overwhelmed. Instead, it is much better to take a few quiet minutes at the beginning of your day to plan what you want to do. This small habit helps you focus on what really matters and keeps you on the right path. A great way to start planning is to write down your top 3 priorities for the day. These are the 3 most important tasks or goals you want to finish before the day ends. For example, if you are a student, your top 3 priorities might be finishing your math homework, reading a chapter of your English book, and practicing speaking English for 30 minutes. If you work in an office, your priorities could be completing a report, answering important emails, and preparing for a meeting. Writing down just 3 main things helps you focus and avoid feeling overwhelmed by a long list of tasks. After deciding your top priorities, it's important to break them down into smaller, easier steps. Big tasks can sometimes feel too difficult or scary, and this can make you want to avoid them. But when you divide a big task into smaller parts, each step feels more manageable and easier to start. For example, if your priority is to write a report, you can break it down into smaller steps like: first, gather all the information you need. Second, write the introduction. Third, write the main points. And finally, check and edit the report. When you finish each small step, you feel a sense of achievement, and this motivates you to keep working. Using tools like a planner, a notebook, or a mobile app to organize your day can make planning even easier. Writing down your tasks helps you remember what you need to do, and you can check off completed tasks, which feels very satisfying. Some people like to use simple notebooks, while others prefer apps like Google Calendar or Todoist that send reminders and help schedule time for each task. By organizing your day, you reduce the chance of forgetting something important, and you can track your progress throughout the day. Think of your daily plan like a road map for a trip. If you don't have a map or directions, you might get lost or waste time going in the wrong direction. But with a clear plan, you know exactly where you want to go and what steps to take to get there. This helps you avoid distractions and stay focused on your goals. So, start your day by making a plan. Write down your top priorities. Break big tasks into smaller steps, and use tools to organize your time. This simple habit will make a big difference in how productive and successful your days can be. 2. Use time blocks and avoid multitasking. Another great way to be more productive every day is to use something called time blocks. Time blocking means choosing a certain period of time, like 25 minutes or 1 hour, and using that time to work on only one task without any distractions. During this time block, you do not check your phone, open other websites, or switch between different tasks. You stay focused on just one thing. This helps your brain stay sharp, your mind stay calm, and your work get done faster and better. One very popular and helpful time-blocking method is called the Pomodoro technique. It is simple but powerful. Here's how it works. You choose a task to work on, set a timer for 25 minutes, and focus only on that task during those 25 minutes. When the time is up, you take a short 5-minute break. After 4 of these 25-minute sessions, you take a longer break of about 15 to 30 minutes. This method helps your brain stay fresh, prevents mental tiredness, and makes you more productive throughout the day. Let's look at a real example. Imagine you are learning English. Instead of trying to study for 2 hours non-stop, which might make you tired or distracted, you can use the Pomodoro technique. Study English vocabulary for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After the break, do another 25-minute session, maybe this time focusing on reading or writing. This way, you stay focused, and your brain stays active without getting bored or tired. Now let's talk about something many people do that actually makes them less productive. Multitasking. Multitasking means trying to do many things at the same time, like reading emails while talking on the phone or doing homework while watching TV. Some people believe that multitasking helps them get more done, but this is not true. Research shows that multitasking actually slows you down, reduces the quality of your work, and increases mistakes. That's because your brain can only fully focus on one thing at a time. Imagine you are trying to write an important message while also listening to music with lyrics and texting your friend. You might find that it takes longer to write your message, and it may not be as clear or well written. This is because your attention is divided. On the other hand, if you turn off the music, put away your phone, and give your full attention to writing the message, you will finish faster and do a better job. So, instead of switching between tasks again and again, choose one thing to do. Block out a set amount of time to do it, and focus only on that task. Once it's finished, or once your time block ends, You can take a short break and then start the next task. This method not only helps you stay focused and organized, but also makes your work feel less stressful and more enjoyable. In summary, using time blocks and avoiding multitasking are two simple but very effective ways to become more productive. They help you stay focused, reduce stress, and make better use of your time. Try starting with just 1 or 2 time blocks today, and notice how much more you can get done with less effort and more energy. 3. Create a productive environment. If you want to be productive every day, it's important to create an environment that helps you focus. Your environment is the place where you work or study. It can either help you do your best or make you feel distracted and tired. That's why setting up a good, clean, and quiet space is one of the most helpful things you can do for yourself. When your environment is peaceful and organized, your brain feels more relaxed, and you can focus better on the task in front of you. First, try to find a quiet and comfortable place where you can do your work or studies. This could be your bedroom, a study room, or even a small corner in your house that you use only for learning or working. The place should have a chair and a table where you can sit properly without hurting your back. Good lighting is also important. If you can sit near a window and use natural light, that's great. If not, use a desk lamp so you can see clearly. A quiet place helps your mind stay calm, and a comfortable seat helps your body stay relaxed so you can focus longer. Next, make sure your workspace is clean and organized. A messy desk with papers everywhere, used cups, and random objects can make your brain feel messy too. When your surroundings are not organized, it becomes harder to think clearly. On the other hand, if your desk is tidy, with only the things you need, like a notebook, pen, and your laptop, it becomes much easier to concentrate. For example, imagine trying to study for an exam while your desk is filled with food wrappers, old books, and unrelated things. It's hard to stay focused in that situation. But if you clean it up and keep only your study materials, you'll feel more ready and in control. One of the biggest problems that stop people from being productive is distractions. Distractions come in many forms, like mobile phones, social media, loud noises, or even people talking around you. To stop distractions, turn off notifications on your phone or put it on silent mode. If you don't need the internet, turn off Wi-Fi while working. If you're working on your computer, close any tabs or apps that you're not using, like YouTube, Instagram, or messaging apps. These small changes can help you stay focused for longer periods. Also, let the people around you know that you need some quiet time. For example, if you live with your family or roommates, tell them politely that you will be busy for the next hour, and that you would appreciate not being disturbed. You can even put up a small sign near your desk that says, "Focus time, please don't disturb." Most people will understand and support you. Creating a productive environment is not just about the space around you, but also about building a routine that makes you feel ready to work. For example, some people like to light a candle, play soft instrumental music, or drink a cup of tea before starting. These small habits signal to your brain that it's time to focus. Over time, your mind will connect that environment and routine with being productive. In conclusion, the place where you study or work has a big impact on how much you can get done. By choosing a quiet spot, keeping your space clean, removing distractions, and making your environment comfortable, you create the perfect setting for focus and success. Try setting up your productive space today, and you will notice how much easier it becomes to stay on track and complete your tasks. 4. Take care of your body and mind. Being productive every day is not only about working hard or finishing tasks. It is also about taking good care of yourself, both your body and your mind. When your body feels strong and your mind feels calm, you can do better work, stay focused for longer, and feel more motivated. But if you are tired, stressed, or sick, it becomes very hard to be productive. That's why self-care is not a luxury, but a very important part of your daily life. It helps you build the energy, focus, and confidence you need to achieve your goals. Let's start with sleep. Getting enough sleep is one of the most important things you can do to stay productive. When you sleep well, about 7 to 8 hours each night, your brain gets the rest it needs. This helps you think clearly, remember things better, and make good decisions. But if you don't sleep enough, you may feel tired, confused, or irritated during the day. For example, imagine trying to study for an exam or work on an important project after sleeping only 4 or 5 hours. You may keep yawning, forget simple things, or feel like giving up. But when you get proper sleep, you wake up fresh and ready to focus. So try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, and create a bedtime routine that helps you relax, like reading a book or listening to soft music. Eating healthy food is another simple but powerful way to support your body and your productivity. The food you eat is like fuel for your brain and body. If you eat a lot of junk food, like chips, candy, or soft drinks, you may feel sleepy, slow, or even anxious. But if you eat healthy meals with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins like eggs or beans, your brain stays active and your body feels stronger. For example, having a healthy breakfast with oats, bananas, or eggs gives you energy that lasts for hours. Drinking enough water also helps your body stay hydrated and your mind stay clear. So, try to choose foods that make you feel light and full of energy instead of tired and lazy. Exercise is another great way to care for both your body and your mind. You don't have to go to the gym for 2 hours every day. Even a short walk in the morning or doing 10 minutes of stretching at home can make a big difference. When you move your body, your blood flows better, your muscles get stronger, and your brain receives more oxygen. Exercise also helps reduce stress and makes you feel happier because your body releases special chemicals called endorphins. For example, taking a walk after lunch or doing yoga in your room before starting your work can help you feel fresh and focused. Try to make exercise a fun part of your day, like dancing to music or playing a sport you enjoy. Finally, remember to take short breaks throughout your day. Working for long hours without stopping can make you feel tired and less creative. Your brain needs time to rest so it can keep working well. Taking a 5 to 10-minute break every hour is a good idea. You can stretch, drink water, close your eyes, or just take deep breaths. These small breaks help you avoid burnout and return to your work with new energy. For example, if you are studying for 2 hours, take a short break every 25 to 30 minutes to stand up, walk around, or simply relax your eyes. In conclusion, taking care of your body and mind is one of the best things you can do to stay productive every day. When you sleep well, eat healthy food, exercise regularly, and take breaks, You give your body and brain the care they need. This makes it easier to stay focused, finish your work, and enjoy your day with energy and peace. 5. Learn to say no and set boundaries. One of the biggest challenges in staying productive is learning how to manage other people's requests, messages, and expectations. Many times, we feel pressure to say yes to everything, helping a friend at the last minute, replying to every message right away, or accepting a task that we don't have time for. But when we say yes to everything, we often say no to ourselves. We use up our time and energy on things that are not important to us, and we are left with very little time to focus on our own goals. That's why learning to say no politely and setting clear boundaries is a powerful habit for living a productive life. Saying no does not mean being rude or selfish. It means respecting your own time, energy, and priorities. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, and if you spend your time doing things that don't really help you grow, you will feel tired and unhappy. For example, imagine you are planning to study for an exam this evening, but a friend suddenly calls and invites you to go out for a movie. If you always say yes just to make others happy, you might miss your study session and fall behind. Instead, you can kindly say, "Thank you for the invitation, but I have something important to finish tonight. Let's catch up another day." This way, you protect your time without hurting your relationship. Setting boundaries means making clear decisions about how you want to spend your time and what you will allow into your life. For example, you might decide to turn off your phone notifications while working or studying, so you're not disturbed by messages or social media alerts. You could also let people know that you're only available during certain hours. If a friend often calls you in the middle of your work time, you can gently say, "I'm usually focused on my work between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., so I'll call you after that." Most people will understand and respect your honesty when you communicate clearly and politely. Another example is at school or work, where someone might ask you to take on extra tasks even when you already have a full schedule. In such cases, it's okay to respond with something like, "I would love to help, but I'm already working on a project right now. Can we find another time or ask someone else who is available?" This shows that you are responsible, but also aware of your own limits. Learning to say no is also about knowing what matters most to you. You need to ask yourself, does this help me reach my goals? Is this the best use of my time right now? If the answer is no, then you can feel confident in turning it down. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you are also saying no to something else. Maybe your rest, your study time, or your personal growth. In conclusion, being productive means making smart choices with your time and energy. When you learn to say no in a kind and respectful way and set clear boundaries for yourself, you take control of your life. You begin to focus more on what truly matters and waste less time on things that don't help you grow. It might feel difficult at first, but with practice, saying no becomes easier, and your life becomes more peaceful, focused, and productive. 6. Use technology wisely. In today's world, technology is a big part of our daily life. We use our phones, computers, and tablets for many things: studying, working, learning, and even relaxing. Technology can help us become more productive, but it can also become a big distraction if we are not careful. That's why it is very important to learn how to use technology in a smart and wise way. If you use it well, it can save you time, keep you organized, and help you stay focused. But if you don't manage it properly, it can easily waste your time and take away your attention from what really matters. Let's first talk about how technology can help you be more productive. There are many useful apps and tools that you can use every day to stay on track. One helpful tool is a to-do list app, like Todoist or Microsoft To Do. These apps help you write down the tasks you need to do and organize them by time or priority. For example, if you have to study English, clean your room, and prepare for a test, you can add these tasks to the app and mark them as completed when you finish. This makes you feel more focused and gives you a clear idea of what to do next. Another great tool is a calendar app. Apps like Google Calendar or Apple Calendar help you plan your day, week, or even the whole month. You can schedule your study time, meetings, and even breaks. For example, if you know you are busy on Friday afternoon, you can schedule your English practice for Friday morning. These apps can also send you reminders so you don't forget important tasks. Using a calendar helps you use your time wisely and avoid last-minute stress. There are also focus apps that can help you avoid distractions. Some popular ones are Forest and Stay Focused. These apps block websites or apps that waste your time, like social media, games, or videos, for a set amount of time. For example, if you plan to study for 1 hour, you can use Forest to block Instagram or YouTube so you won't get distracted. This way, you can fully focus on your task. Forest even makes it fun by growing a little tree every time you stay focused, which motivates you to keep going. However, while technology can be helpful, it can also be a big problem if we use it the wrong way. One of the biggest distractions is social media. Apps like Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram can quickly take away your attention. You may plan to watch just one video, but end up scrolling for an hour without even noticing. This takes away your time from studying, working, or doing something meaningful. That's why it is important to limit your use of these apps, especially during work or study time. You can try turning off notifications or putting your phone on silent mode when you need to focus. Entertainment like games, movies, or online shopping can also become distractions if used too much. Of course, it's okay to enjoy some entertainment and relax, but make sure it does not control your day. For example, instead of playing games for 2 hours after school, you can set a limit, maybe 30 minutes, and then spend the rest of the time on something productive or helpful for your future. In conclusion, technology is a powerful tool. If you use it wisely, it can help you plan your day, stay organized, and avoid distractions. Apps like to-do lists, calendars, and focus timers are simple but very effective. But if you let technology control your time through social media or endless entertainment, it can harm your productivity. So remember, be the master of your technology. Don't let it master you. 7. Reflect and adjust daily. At the end of every day, it is very helpful to stop for a few minutes and think about how your day went. This simple habit is called reflection. When you reflect, you ask yourself questions like, what did I do today? What went well? What didn't go as planned? How did I feel while doing my tasks? These small questions may look simple, but they can help you learn more about yourself and improve the way you manage your time. If you want to be more productive in life, This daily reflection is one of the easiest and most powerful things you can do. Let's imagine you had a busy day. You had planned to study English for 2 hours, exercise for 30 minutes, and clean your room. But when the day ended, you only studied for 1 hour, skipped the exercise, and didn't clean your room. Instead, you spent a lot of time watching videos on your phone. At first, you may feel disappointed, but don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, use this moment to learn. You can ask yourself, what made me stop studying after 1 hour? Or, why did I choose to watch videos instead of doing my tasks? Maybe you were tired. Maybe you didn't plan your break time well. Maybe your phone was too close to you while studying. These are things you can change tomorrow. Real change begins when you notice the small things that affect your day. For example, if you notice that you feel more focused in the morning, you can try to do your important tasks earlier. Or maybe you find that listening to music helps you stay calm while working. You can use that to make your future study time better. On the other hand, if you realize that checking your phone during study time always breaks your focus, then you can set a new rule for yourself. Keep the phone in another room until you finish your work. These little changes can make a big difference in your daily productivity. Also, during reflection, it's important to look at the good things you did. Even if your day wasn't perfect, you probably still made progress. Maybe you helped someone, learned something new, or finished a small task that you were avoiding. Give yourself credit for these wins. For example, if you finally cleaned your desk or organized your books, that's a step forward. These small wins give you motivation to keep going. When you recognize your progress, you feel stronger and more ready for the next day. Another important part of daily reflection is understanding your feelings. Ask yourself, how did I feel today? Were you happy, tired, anxious, or excited? Our emotions have a big impact on how we perform. If you felt stressed or bored while working, maybe you need to take more breaks or add some variety to your routine. If you felt excited and proud after completing a task, remember that feeling and use it as fuel for tomorrow. Paying attention to your emotions can help you find a balance between work and rest. Finally, after you reflect on your day, it's time to adjust. That means you use what you learned to make your next day better. If something didn't work today, try a different plan tomorrow. If something worked well, try to repeat it. Over time, these small changes will help you build a routine that truly fits your life. Remember, being productive is not about being perfect. It's about making small improvements every day. When you reflect and adjust daily, you grow wiser, more focused, and closer to your goals. So, to be productive in your daily life, remember these key ideas. Plan your day clearly. Work in focused time blocks. Create a good work environment. Take care of your body and mind. Say no to distractions. Use technology wisely. Reflect and improve daily. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. It's about using your time with purpose. Start small, take one step at a time, and be kind to yourself as you grow. With practice and patience, you'll start to see real, positive changes in your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more tips on learning English and improving your life. Now it's your turn. What productivity habit will you try first? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and cheer you on. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and keep growing.